Hi. Saw Jack's car outside. Where is he?
He's at your place.
What's he doing over there?
Visiting his daughter.
Taylor's home from work.
Yeah, she just got in a little while ago. So, how was work?
All right, I guess.
Well, you were there, weren't you?
Physically, yes. You know, Taylor had a session with Warwick. She's obviously not going to stop seeing him.
Ridge.
No, maybe I should just make an appointment to see her. I've been feeling like I need to see a shrink these days.
You're overreacting to this.
Am I? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm being too narrow-minded here. A wife should have the opportunity to go out and get involved with other men. After all, it is the 90s, isn't it?
Your wife is not involved with this man.
You don't know that, so don't say it.
Yes, I do. And so do you. Now, don't let your imagination run wild. You're going to blow this whole thing out of proportion. Do you know how lucky you are? This woman loves you. She really loves you. So if she is going through something with this man, she will work it out. You just have to give her the space and the time to do that. And you can't stand here and have an attitude, and you can't walk around with a chip on your shoulder. You're just asking for trouble. You're not going to have anyone to blame for this but yourself.
You don't think Taylor's at fault here?
I don't think the word fault should even come into a discussion. Ridge, look, honey, we're all little children at heart. And we get our feelings hurt. And we want to try and find someone to blame for it. But that doesn't solve anything, does it?
No, I suppose it doesn't.
Well, then see this for what it is, a problem that you need to find a solution for.
But what is that? What's the solution when your wife starts looking in different directions? No, maybe she doesn't want to end this marriage. But there's no question she's feeling something for Warwick. And that something is pretty potent.
I'm sorry, I was...
You're looking for Taylor, for Dr. Forrester?
Oh, yes.
She just left.
Is she coming back?
Today? I doubt it.
Well, I'll just go, leave a message with the receptionist.
Excuse me. You're Brooke Forrester, aren't you?
Yes. And you're Dr. James Warwick.
I don't want to talk about him.
I don't want to talk about him. In fact, I don't even want to have to think about him.
Good. Then let's drop it.
The problem is your husband's going to come walking through that door any minute, and he's going to want to talk about him.
Not if I refuse to, which is exactly what I'm going to do.
He's concerned. You can't ignore that.
Ridge and I have discussed this ad nauseum.
Have you done anything about it?
Yes, I have done something about it, Dad. I've done exactly what Ridge asked me to do. Although I have to tell you, I don't feel good about it.
What did you do?
I stopped seeing James. I mean, I just walked out and left him in my office. He's no longer a patient. Unfortunately, he's no longer a friend either.
What do you want to do? Lynch her because she has feelings for a man?
No, I don't want to lynch her. I just want her to stop seeing this guy.
Would you agree to stop seeing Brooke?
Oh, forget it, Mother. The comparison doesn't wash.
Oh, I think it does.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
listen to me. You and Taylor are at a crossroads in your life. If you take the wrong turn, it's the end of your marriage. If you take the right path, it leads to a sense of resolution and peace and a stronger commitment, a stronger love between the two of you. But it's up to the two of you to do that. You can either be positive or negative about this. If you continue being negative, you're going to just continue to wallow in suspicion and mistrust, and that's as good as having made a decision to end the marriage. If you want to stay married, you've got to do something positive. You've got to take the first step to end this impasse. Who knows better than I do that one of the most wonderful things in this world is to have a happy marriage? That's what you have. Honey, don't throw that away.
I know what I'm about to say you're not going to want to hear, but I got to tell you, sweetheart, I think you did the right thing.
Dad, I did the only thing that I could do. And don't try to tell me that it was right, because it doesn't feel right.
Well, you just might have saved your marriage.
I am not so sure about that. Giving in to a husband's double standards doesn't exactly breed trust between two people.
Double standard.
Rich wants me to give up a patient and a friend. And why? Because the man cares a little bit about me. What about his close friend? And don't try to tell me that she doesn't care a hell of a lot about him.
Brooke,
Yes, Brooke.
you have a point.
I have more than a point. I'm right.
Sweetheart, sometimes who's right and who's wrong doesn't resolve anything. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
No, fairness is what is going to resolve this, Dad. But it isn't fair that I should have to give up someone who has done so much for me in my life. James and I, we inspired each other. We can talk to each other. I've never communicated with anyone like this in my life.
That's exactly what we're all worried about.
Oh, Dad, come on. It has nothing to do with anything sexual or romantic. I would never let it go in that direction.
Honey, sometimes you just have to compromise.
So I'm just supposed to stop seeing James and Rich can continue to see Brooke.
They have to work together.
No, they don't have to work together. I don't buy it.
Ridge and Brooke are an integral part of the very same organization.
So is Thorne, and so is Eric. But you don't see them working closely with Brooke, do you? No. Ridge works closely with Brooke because he enjoys working with Brooke. And I'm okay with that. I know that. I accept it because I trust Ridge. I just don't know why he can't trust me with James.
I don't know what to say to you, honey. I just don't. You have a point. But Ridge, from his perspective, has a point as well, and I think it all boils down to love. How important is it to you, Ridge's peace of mind? He's worried about you.
No, Ridge is worried about himself.
He's worried about losing the love of his life. And maybe that's selfish. And yet, if that's how you feel, then I think that you and Ridge have much bigger worries than James Warwick or Brooke Forrester. Rich?
Hey, Jack?
I'll be in the house.
Okay, thank you, Dad.
Sure.
How do you know who I am?
Well, I've read a few of your articles. How did you know who I was?
I've read a few articles about you.
You read fashion trade magazines?
No, but from time to time I do pick up a tabloid. Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you're embarrassed by that.
Well, wouldn't you be?
Not if I had the personality capable of running a major fashion house. I'm assuming such exposure comes along with the territory.
Can I ask you a very forward question?
Go on.
What are you doing here, alone in Taylor's office?
Taylor left me here.
But I thought you said she wasn't coming back.
Oh, that means I have to lock up again this evening. Not unless, of course, you need therapy, in which case I could be persuaded to give you an hour. Why are you here, Miss Forrester?
So how was your appointment?
With James.
Yes, with James.
It was difficult, Rich.
Why's that?
Why do you suppose?
Taylor, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
I told him that I had to stop treating him. That I was going to stop seeing him, period.
Actually, I'm here to see Taylor.
You two are friends?
I think you know better than that.
Then you must have come here to confront her about something.
Is that a question or a statement?
A statement.
Good. Then I don't need to answer it.
I don't need an answer, Miss Forrester.
Brooke.
Brooke. I very rarely ask a question that needs an answer.
Well, then why bother asking?
It helps in assessing character.
Assessing character?
Yes, if someone answers honestly, then that says one thing. Now, if a person answers dishonestly, then that says something else.
And what if a person doesn't answer at all, like me?
Oh, in that case, it says something else entirely. It could be that that person has something to hide.
Or maybe she doesn't care to be airing her laundry.
It's usually called dirty laundry.
Dirty or otherwise, it's really none of your business what I'm doing here, is it?
No, it's not.
I feel like I've suddenly been analyzed.
It's second nature for me.
Well, that must make it difficult to get close to you.
On the contrary, makes it very easy. I cut through the superficial.
That is your work, to get to the heart of a person's problem. So do you think I have a problem, Dr. Warwick?
Who doesn't have a problem?
In other words, I do.
No. I think you're in control of your life.
Well, maybe that's my problem.
You don't see it that way.
You seem so certain.
I am so certain. You like being in control.
Now, is there anything you don't know about me, given that we've just met?
I don't know the name of your father.
The name of my father?
Yes. The man who wasn't around very much when you were growing up.
How do you know about my father?
That he wasn't around very much?
Yes.
I know what it's like to be raised without a father's love.
And what do you suppose that does to a person?
Sometimes it gives a person drive, a desire to achieve, an insatiable thirst for success. Well, it could be professional success. It could be interpersonal success. It could also be spiritual success. He or she is always proving herself.
Or himself?
Or himself.
Do you think that was the key to your success, Doctor?
Possibly.
Well, then perhaps your childhood was a blessing in disguise.
And so far as it propelled me further into my career, you're probably right. Though recently I've resolved my unfortunate past.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
I wonder how that will affect your work.
I no longer feel the need to prove myself. I'm leaving the field of psychiatry.
You are?
Do you know how odd this is, discussing this with you? You're a virtual stranger.
Well, don't worry about me. I won't tell a soul. I better be going.
About that picture in the tabloid.
It's not what it appeared to be.
You mean you two aren't really that close?
We're very dear friends and colleagues. Just like you and Taylor.
How do you know that we're friends?
You never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
It's been very nice talking to you, Brooke.
Has it?
Yes.
Well, nice talking to you, too, Dr. Warwick.
James.
Goodbye, James.
Why'd you do this?
What kind of a question is that?
Well, all you've been telling me is that you wouldn't give up treating him.
James and I had a very good session today. He'll be all right without me.
I know you really didn't want to give him up.
Oh, friendships are really hard to come by in life. I've known and admired James for a long, long time.
I know you have.
But it's done. He's gone. I don't think we'll ever be seeing him again. In fact, he's changing careers.
Are you sure you're all right with this?
It's not exactly the way I'd like it to be.
So essentially, you're doing this for me.
I'm doing it for us. Although I won't deny, I've been pretty upset most of the day.
What changed things?
A talk I had with my father. No, it was more than that, Ridge. I don't want to lose you. But if one of us didn't do something, we were headed for serious trouble.
I know we were. Look, it's probably very strange for me to say this now, but I've been reconsidering what I said earlier.
You've been reconsidering what?
About you treating Warwick. I know how much that means to you, and hell, I'm not into this to keep you from being happy. I guess I just wanted to be the source of that happiness. Are you still angry?
No.
I don't know what to say.
You could start by saying thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Anything else?
It might really be nice if you started waiting on me hand and foot.
You're calling the shots here. You're calling all of them.
I know it would be really nice. I'd like you to come here. It's been a long time since you've been near me.
Yeah. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
I want this all behind us. Now and forever. But most of all, Doc, more than anything, I want you back.